Welcome back, gamers. It's Wintermute here from Grind This Game. So in the last video I left off with this giant water pit that I was kind of mining out. It's very slow going, but it's close to the end here. And the goal of this episode is to kind of reveal the whole map, as well as a few other small projects. But the main goal is reveal the map. This may be the source of the lag. I'm not sure though. And there's no easy way to kill them all at once. Just have to kill one by one. But this is a bug. I think every time you save and reload it duplicates these guys. I don't even know how many are in here. I mean, they're good for making oxygen, but I think they're really lagging the game. Whoa, it's done. It's finally done. Now we just gotta pick up the crap in here. Because once we fill it with water, we won't be able to get that stuff out of there. So sweep this. That may take a while, but then we can start flooding it. We already have our pump here and wire and pipe leading up. Haven't hooked it up yet, but mass army slaying Morb Fest. Kill them! Kill them all! Kill those lag monsters! 50 versus 50. Who's starving? Because everyone's starving. But we want them to complete this mission first. The Morbs must die. Okay, people better go eat. Or they're all gonna die. I don't know if that was the cause of the lag though. Because I killed quite a few of them. Where do these ones come from? Are they able to jump all the way over? Huh. Athletes. I feel like they're just continuing to multiply. Oh, they're jumping right through the wall. They're about to pick up the final piece here. And then our water tank will be clean, and we can dump the water in, which is always fun. You can do it, 44. Or not. After this project is done, I think we have to kill all those morbs. Because they may be lagging the game. Here we go. Should start dripping. Oh. It's happening. The water is flowing. Oh, happy times. This is probably the largest amount of water I've moved before. Hopefully everything holds. Guess we'll find out pretty soon. Oh yeah, we gotta seal this up after because the natural gas is gonna flow in. It's gonna take a while to drain this though. We might have to dig it out a little bit more. It's possible the game will crash. It's probably too deep to get this now, but oh, here it comes. It's really moving now. This might actually not be big enough, but there is kind of an overflow here. That's a lot of nice, clean, not too hot water. These morbs have to go. There's like 100 of them in here. Wow, they're actually all dead. Finally. So that wasn't the cause of the lag, because it's still laggy. So I'm building out the last kind of set of ladders. There's one here. I'm trying to get to a few oxygen pockets so that, because they have to hold their breath all the way down from here, basically, all the way down, so it's really hard for them. So once they get to this oxygen pocket, I'm going to keep going down to about here, to the kind of molten area, magma area. And then I'm going to need a ladder similar down on this end. Actually, it's a bit too hot here, probably. Actually, it's not too bad. So either I'll cut across and go down, or I'll just keep going down, because I want to expose this bit. And that should kind of remove the fog of war from the entire map. And we have crazy amounts of water now. We got this pool of dark water here, polluted water here, a lot of clean water here, which is cooled down because it kind of broke into this frozen biome. And our hot water cooling system just doesn't work anymore, so I'm probably going to have to drain this or just stop using it. And then we have this large amount of clean water here, which we're going to start using pretty soon, and then this polluted water up here. And I've kind of exposed the whole top here, except for this little bit here. I may build a ladder up here just to get it fully exposed if I can. I might not be able to get this exposed because it's... I might be able to get a ladder up here, actually. Right up into the corner. I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that, though. I kind of wanted to move my hydrogen-oxygen production room, expand it, and also put it down maybe in this ice biome, or just out of the way of the base a bit. This would probably be a better place to grow food, though, because not that food's an issue yet, but if we want to try to go for 100 duplicates, then we're going to need probably a grow room about as this big maybe right here. The food situation now is kind of more like food just-in-time delivery, because they eat about 50,000 a day and there's always around 20 to 50,000 available. So it's pretty much on the edge, and it's also rotting pretty fast because it's sitting in this polluted oxygen. But it seems to be working so far. I've got how many cooking stations now? 9 cooking stations. I think I have 7 dedicated cooks. Certainly not as fun to play when it's this slow, though. And temperature in the base is still high. I need to sprinkle some more wheezeworts around the base. These ones up here are helping. We're back to kind of yellow, but we want this whole thing to be green. Once I move this out of the base, I think it'll help with heat quite a bit. So I decided to put my pump a bit lower in the water just so it only gets clean water for now. And disconnected this one. That way we don't have to filter and we can start using this sooner. So there we go, clean water. Finally. Kind of want to put a toilet up here too, just in case they need to go to the bathroom on the way up or down, since we have the fresh water here. Not sure it'll affect our water flow much. I don't think so. So I skipped ahead a bit. Got a few things done. It was taking forever because of the lag. But I got my giant water container done, which is right here. And I'm using it now in the base. So it's feeding the base along here, down here. And the other thing I did was kind of explored lower down on the map. The top now has been pretty much completely explored, unless you count these tiny little corners here. And there's nothing here except for neutronium, so it's pretty much fully explored. But then down at the bottom I still have a few corners left. So I'm heading down this way. Gotta dig through here and then building a ladder through this ice biome, which should reveal this corner here. And I may Not sure which way I'll go here, either through this hot area here, or I might cut in and then down. But it's pretty close to being completely revealed. I also completely removed my water cooling system here just because it wasn't working anymore. Either the hydrogen got too hot, or I tried a few things and none of them worked, so I just sealed it in. It's super hot right here. And I used insulation tile, so I probably won't tap into this ever again. Just because I have the water up here, which is just an insane amount of fresh water. I don't think I mean, eventually I'll get through it, but... And then I have another geyser here that I could just crack open a big amount here and let it pool in. And then also down here there's another insane amount of water. And most of this is like good temperature water here. It's about half fresh, well, maybe a third fresh and a third polluted. So I'd have to split it with a water filter or liquid filter. I might skip ahead again just to get this other bit revealed here. So I guess I had too many duplicates. 50 duplicates after, I don't know, 300 cycles or something. Finally, the sleet wheat couldn't keep up with the number of hungry mouths. Or it could have been that when I expanded this sleet wheat farm, I just never had enough seeds ready to grow the crops. So I'm just going to let it run and see where it kind of stabilizes. Because we got tons of fertilizer. And we have a lot of sleet wheat that's ready to harvest, or really close to harvesting. Still have 5 starving. And almost no food. It's surprising that it lasted this long and then kind of went off a cliff. Not sure why. It's bad timing maybe, or it could be that there's just too many farms, like plants. If they convert all the sleet wheat grain to food too fast, then they'll never have enough to plant new ones. So that could have been what happened. I also want to point out one other little thing I did, which was add a couple of power or natural gas generators here. Because if you look at this natural gas tile, I have 180 kilograms of natural gas in here. This was running a long time and just getting super pressurized, so I'm trying to use up all that natural gas in there. I could probably even build a third one. I'm not sure we'd be able to vent the CO2 fast enough though. So overall power now is about between 5 and 6 kilowatts usually. Well, it's taken a few hours to dig slightly down, probably a few tiles down to the bottom of the map. It's just too laggy, and I had hoped to reveal this kind of bottom layer, and I'm pretty close. Here's the bottom here, so I just have this tiny amount here and here and here to reveal, but I'm not going to bother just because it's going to take too long. So kind of in all its glory, here's the whole map, except for those tiny little bits at the bottom. And these tiny bits, which are all neutronium. So it's been fun. The game is way too slow to play. It's down to about 4 frames per second. I did figure out one thing while I was kind of goofing around, and that was that it's just all these dupes are complaining about being too cold all the time, and I thought kind of temperate, the green temperature would be kind of ideal for them. But as it turns out, I was totally wrong. If you look at any one dupe, body temperature 37. So basically anything below that in terms of air temperature is they're gonna lose body heat and they're not gonna be very happy. And they're gonna get that chilly surroundings. So all this time everyone's been complaining that it's been chilly because it is compared to their body heat. I mean, if I was in a room that was 37 degrees, I'd probably, I don't know, I'd probably feel warm, but it's a game. So I put one heater in here and it hasn't even heated up things enough. So in my next map, I'm going to make sure the temperature's a little bit warmer everywhere. And the reason it was way warmer at one point, it was around 30, it was 37 degrees at one point, or even more. So it kind of got overheated in the base due to this kind of hot water thing down here. It wasn't insulated before, so it was just radiating tons of heat. So next time I'll, oh, and then after that I put a bunch of wheeze-warts through the base, which kind of got things too cold. So lesson learned, try to keep things around 37. I think that's the idea. But since it's taking too long to do that final little piece of the map, I think I'm gonna end this episode and probably end this map. Next video I'll start fresh and I'm gonna kind of plan things a little bit better. Plan my power a bit better. Try to make sure my food is close to my base and my fertilizer is close to my food. Basically, kind of reduce commute times. That's the goal. And just, I might do the this heavy watt wire that's everywhere that has really bad decor. I'm gonna try to seal it in like a enclosed space that none of the dupes can see once it's built. And I'll have to get a bit smarter about cooling my water and finding good sources of water. One other thing I learned is that never let your sleet wheat seeds kind of get behind. If they turn too much of the sleet wheat grain into food, you get to this kind of death spiral where you can't make any more food. So I got to keep an eye on that. I basically had too many cooking stations, so they turned all the grain into food, and then they starved to death because they couldn't replant food. Anyway, so this is probably a short episode, but it's kind of a natural ending here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And would love to hear your comments about my base and your base and kind of the layout you use and kind of maybe some pointers for me because I was kind of learning as I went on this one with the new update. And next time around, next video, I'll be planning things a little bit better. Okay, thanks for watching.